Hi friends, today we'll be learning exceptions to the law of supply. I am going to try to make this video as quick as possible. So tighten your belts and let's get started. To be true, there's just one real exception to the law of supply, and that is of the backward bending supply curve of labor. Rest all are pretty much easy for you to understand. Let's think of a construction site where laborers are paid on a per hour basis. Let us assume that the laborers are paid 200 rupees per hour. The laborers on average work for 5 hours daily and are happy taking 1000 rupees home. However, one day if the employer increases their wages to rupees 300, then the laborers would like to work for more hours. This is because they'll be able to earn a very high income. We know that the laborers work for 5 hours, so at rupee 300, they'll earn 1500 rupees. However, if they work for 6 hours, they will earn 1800, which is significantly higher than the rupee 1000 that they earned initially. If the employer is willing to pay them rupees 400, then they'll be willing to work even more. Say for example 7 hours. You see the point? An increase in wage rate makes the laborer work for more than usual time. We can plot this on a graph. On the x-axis, we have hours of work and on the y, we have wages. As you can see, with an increase in wage, the willingness to work is also increasing. This is also how our supply curve looks. It's upward sloping. Now here is the catch. If the employer increases the wage rate to rupee 500, then most of the laborers won't wish to work for 8 hours. They would rather work for 7 hours only and earn 3500 per day at rupee 500 per hour. This is because most of them would like to spend the rest of the time with their families. You don't want lots of money with no time to spend it. Hence, they'll start substituting work for leisure and rest. Similarly, if the employer increases the wages to 600 rupee, the employees would actually work only for 6 hours. This is because they'll be earning more than 3500 within 6 hours. Then why to work for 7 hours? You can see that this will continue with increase in wages and we will end up getting a backward bending supply curve of labor. And because this doesn't obey the law of supply, it is our first exception to the law of supply. There are 4 more exceptions that we need to learn, and because they are very easy to understand, let's wrap them within a minute. Agricultural goods cannot be produced via willingness, but it is very much dependent on climatic conditions. A higher price here may drive the producer to produce higher, but if the climatic conditions are weak, he may fail to do so. This makes agricultural goods an exception to the law of supply. Similarly, rare articles like antiques, artistic articles will not obey this law. This is because a change in price cannot change their supply. A seller in urgent need for cash will want to sell higher amount of quantities even at lower prices. Hence, when in urgent need for cash, the seller may not act according to the law. Supply is also affected by change in fashion. If there is a change in latest trends, then producing older products even at lower prices is something no supplier would wish. Hence, a change in fashion is regarded as an exception to the law of supply. This was pretty much it, friends. If you can think of any other exceptions, do mention them in the comments. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Until then, adios. Hasta la vista.